Hey, what's up, furniture nerds? Welcome to another episode of Flat Packs Exposed, the review series, brought to you by Prime Spaces.
Hey, what's up, furniture nerds? It is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I'm about to put together this 3-foot trampoline for our little one. And I had noticed that no one had a video showing you all the parts that it came with as things came out of the box. No one showed you how to put it together. So in this video, I'm going to do all of that for you. Now, this trampoline ships in this box right here. It's not that heavy, but if you are not that strong, you know, it may need a hand, go ahead and do that and get it to the area where it's going to be assembled. So for the people who are absolutely terrified of doing assemblies themselves or putting things together, fear not. The amount of parts that you see here is really not that much. The thing you should really be focused on is the amount of hardware. As you can see, there are all about 2 different screws here. That should make for a pretty quick assembly. So you can see here, this is the jump pad with the metal frame that already comes pre-attached to it. These right here are going to be the feet here. It does come with a screwdriver and a wrench to hold it down as you tighten all the bolts. These right here are going to connect to the feet, which then connect to the frame here. These are the 2 arm pieces, right, that you can see here on the manual, the 2 arm pieces. And this right here is going to be the handlebar, right? So that's all you really have here, right? So you have the pieces here. They do have the manual right here, but if you are not good with following instructions, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put it together. So let's jump right into the assembly. Okay, so step number 1 is to open up the spring pad with the front facing part of the spring pad facing downward. So as you can see, while opening it, you had to really force down on it because it is spring loaded. But once you get all the way flat, it should be nice and set. Okay, next step is to locate these 2 joints on both sides. And you're gonna wanna find your first bolt, right? You wanna thread that through the hole here. And on the other side, you wanna find what they call the jumper ring or spring washer. It's the really small washer that has like a small sort of cut in between. You want to put that on the receiving end of the bolt, and then you want to find your nut and then tighten that on. Then grab your wrench, grab your screwdriver that they provide, and tighten it. Then you want to flip this around and do the same thing on this side. Okay, during this next step, you want to locate each of these black protective end caps and remove them. And once you remove it, you want to reach underneath this metal frame and locate the white bungee and then wrap that over the metal piece that is now exposed. And repeat that for all of the black end caps. So for the next step, we're gonna be attaching the legs to the foot stops. Now these 2 legs with the rings around them are called the handle legs. And these 3 legs that are smooth through and through are the frame legs. Now to properly install the frame legs to the foot stops, inside of the top of the legs here, you'll see that there are threads. You see these threads right here? Okay, you don't wanna put the foot stops on this end. You want to put them on the ends that don't have any threads. So for example, this one has threads. These sides right here do not have threads. This is the side where you're going to put the foot stops. So you simply just pop them on like that. And if it's a little bit, you know, resistant to go on, just get like a small mallet like that. Give it a few taps just to level it out. So again, you can see that the threads are on this end, but the caps without the threads are on the foot stoppers. Now you want to grab your handle legs, and you'll notice that you'll have a side that is a bit longer, right? And then you'll have the side that is a bit shorter. What you want to do is you put the foot stops on the ends that are longer. Now for this step, when we're attaching the legs to the frame, it's important that you orient this frame properly. So the first thing you want to do is locate these side hinges right here, and you'll notice that above the side hinges, you'll have a side where it has 3 of these metal parts kind of protruding up. 1, 2, 3, and then below it you'll have 1, 2. So again, the side hinges here, you'll have 1, 2, 3, have those positioned towards the top. Then you'll have the 2 metal pieces below the hinges, 1, 2. What you want to do is grab the 3 frame legs and you're going to position these or twist these on to the top middle right here, skip the 2 sides, and then go right to the bottom and add them onto 1, 2. So you have 1, 2, 3. And all you do is just twist them on. If it doesn't twist on, it's because you have them flipped backwards and the thread is probably on the inside here. So what you want to do is just pull off this cap right here, put it on the end that you're trying to twist it on, and then the threaded end should be exposed. Okay, so for this step, what we want to do is flip the trampoline over onto the 3 feet that we just attached. And next, what you want to do is you want to locate the first of the 2 remaining metal parts that are protruding down. Grab one of your handle legs, grab one of the remaining feet, then you want to attach it to this metal cylinder that's aside from the main tube from underneath. And then all you're going to do is just twist this end onto the bottom of that metal piece that's protruding out. Once this side is attached, you want to do the same thing for the other side. Now here's a quick tip for this particular step. It might be a little bit easier to take off the foot stoppers for now. Attach it to the handle leg like this and put it under, and then simply screw it on. And then once it's attached, then you can just put the feet right back on. Now during this last step, you just want to take the safety bar and just attach it to each end like this. Then you're going to be left with 2 small screws and 2 flat washers. Put the flat washer onto the screw, and then you want to secure the handle onto the handle legs. And there you have it, folks. You have your brand new trampoline ready for fun. Also, don't forget to pull the spring pad over this metal frame like this all the way around. Okay, furniture nerds, so here is the final product post-assembly, and the assembly was not bad at all. It probably took me all of maybe 10 or so minutes to put together. There were not that many pieces, and there weren't that many hardware pieces either, so it really did make the assembly process very, very quick. Now, I have not taken the liberty of testing this out. This thing probably will not take my weight. I'm about 185, so I'm just gonna leave it to my daughter to do that tomorrow. But it does seem high quality. It does seem like the jumping pad is actually, pretty strong. Also, on the bottom of these plastic feet are rubber grips so that, when the child is jumping on the trampoline won't be shifting back and forth on the floor, which is extremely important for safety reasons, obviously. It is built on a nice metal frame. It's got foam pads so that they can kind of grip it, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. This is going to be great for when my daughter just needs to just release, just run around and just kind of expend some energy. And so this is going to be really, really great for that. So altogether, I really like this trampoline so far. Very minimal pieces, like I said, very minimal hardware parts. The assembly took me about 10 or so minutes. It did come pretty well packaged, and it's not that big, right? It doesn't take up too much space. So anyone looking for a small trampoline for their toddler just to expend some energy, I would highly recommend it. It does look like it's pretty high quality, and so I'm sure my daughter will have fun. So go ahead and check it out, and I will see you on the next review.